Hello, everybody. Ethics. One of the most difficult things we're ever going to talk about. But it starts pretty easy. Ethics, as its core, is quite simple. It's a simplistic aspect of business and even of our personal life, even though in our personal life we use the word morals. But in this case, ethics is really a standard of right and wrong conduct. Very simple. In fact, most companies that you work with will have an ethical code, a code of ethics, a code of ethical conduct, whatever they may call it. They're going to give you a guideline that says that while you're working here, we expect you to act and behave in this manner. Pretty straightforward. Most of the aspects on this ethical code, standard as well. None would really cause people to say, I don't want to work here. This is not something that I'm interested in. Common ethical statements are going to be that you tell the truth at all times, that you treat others with respect and dignity, that you uphold the standards of superior customer service that the company expects. All pretty innocuous. And so why in nearly every course that you're going to take in college, as part of every program that you're going to go through in college, are you going to be confronted with, have to study, and have to determine the ethical codes and conducts that you would create and that you would follow? In fact, if you're going to get a law degree, one of the most critical aspects of that degree is going to be your ethical composition and your comportment and how you're going to be in the field of law in relation to ethics. Are you going to do the right thing? Hence, the big word in ethics is do the right thing. How do we know what is the right thing? The right thing is that which improves the human condition. It's pretty straightforward. And what is improving the human condition? It's not your condition. It's not your family's condition. It's not your state's condition. It's not your country's condition. The human condition. That which advances the human race. That is what is the right thing to do. Pretty simple so far. We know what an ethical code is. We know what the right thing is. Now, why don't people do the right thing? It's usually, almost always, into one area, and that is pleasure. People have to give up some of their pleasure, and because they don't want to give up one of their pleasures, then they're going to do the wrong thing. And pleasure comes from economics. It's a term that we use whenever we converse about economics, because economics deals with scarcity, and so scarcity and pleasure are one and the same. In ethics and dealing with ethical comportment, what we deal with is that when it costs you something, in other words, when you have to give up some of your pleasure, then that is what causes the dilemma associated with ethics. If you are going to tell the truth and it doesn't cost you anything, there's really no issues related to ethical conduct. But if somebody asks you how they look or how they do their job and you don't want to hurt their feelings, you may tell somewhat of a lie or be dishonest. The known suppression of a lie is dishonesty. The known suppression of the truth is dishonesty as well. So if you're going to do something that is not absolutely honest, then that could go against ethical code. And the reason that you're doing it is because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. That's a very noble aspect. On those types of lies, we should ask as if we are the monarch of the universe, meaning would we want anybody in that situation to tell the same lie? Most of us would probably say yes. If somebody got a haircut and we said it looks great even though we think it doesn't, it's not necessarily a bad thing to do. And most of us would say if we were the monarch of the universe, if we wanted everybody to do the same thing, then we would say that's an appropriate lie. Because there are appropriate lies. One of the great examples of if somebody's going to kill somebody and ask where they're at, are you going to tell them where they're at so that they can go kill somebody? Most people would say no, that's an appropriate lie. So those are the two bases that we want to talk about today. When is lies appropriate, or when is not following the ethical code appropriate? And the second aspect is it becomes more difficult to be ethical when you have to give up some of your pleasure. Recognizing that, then that allows you to act and behave in a different manner. Everybody enjoy the day. Always look forward to chatting with you.